sweet little me time.
Hi there, welcome to the Zen Workout with FitSpirit. My name is Nadia and I will be leading the session with you today. I've got some FitSpirit girls that are here with me, and I really hope that this is a routine that brings a lot of quietness, a lot of depth in your day on the breathing level and also on the muscular and skeletal level of your routine for some nice Zen fitness. So we're going to start by sitting down. Get comfortable and really just kind of try to relax into your body. You can close your eyes, bring the hands to the knees, and take a moment to simply breathe. And so that you really feel like you're arriving into the space, arriving into your body. And maybe realizing that in the fastness of the day-to-day pace, whether you're at school or with friends and family, the breath sometimes becomes really short. So soften, deepen, and arrive. Always remembering that when you come to your mat, when you're trying to take time for yourself, there's no judgment. It's time to just dive deep and with a lot of joy. Now gently open the eyes and interlace the fingers. You're going to push your palms away from the body and gently round the spine forward as you bring the chin into your chest, and then take a deep breath and lengthen as high as you can, keeping your shoulders soft. That's it. And then as you exhale, keep rounding all the way back down. We're going to do this twice more to lengthen the spaces between the vertebrae and start to activate the core in a really, really gentle manner. So take one last deep breath. Good. And now from here, open the arms out like the shape of a cactus. So your elbows are at the same height as your shoulders. Good work. And simply twist over to the right side for one. Inhale, bring the hands all the way up, lengthen the spine, and as you exhale, bring the twist out to the other side. Great work. Let's do that one more time. So inhale up, exhale all the way down. Good work, girls, all the way up. And one more time to the left side, out to the left.
Inhale, exhale.
Have a nice smile and gently relax. Great, so now let's lengthen our legs in front of the body. You can remove the flesh from under your sit bones. And we're going to try to work with your legs that are activated to really encourage the blood flow in the legs. And we do this by simply raising the heels off the ground and bring your hands on the side of your hips. You can just place the tip of your fingers, that's it, on the mat. So if you feel like you're leaning backward, maybe soften and maybe actually keep your heels on the ground if it's a little bit easier. As long as the body is active, you're going to breathe here for a couple of seconds, squeezing the muscles on the bones in your legs. And now as you exhale, I'm going to invite you to just soften the legs and give them a little bit of a shake as a transition into the next position. Good, so relax your knees, that's it, relax the ankles, great work. And then from here, flex your feet. If you can spread the toes, that is great to activate the bottom of the feet together. Inhale the hands all the way up, and then take a deep exhale and simply round the chin into the sternum, so the top of your chest, and relax the head down. Exhale. Take a couple of deep breaths here, feeling like this is a wonderful opportunity to release any stresses from your day back down to the ground, and to really find the depth of your breath by filling both of your lungs as much as you can. Breathe here for a couple more nice long breaths, and I would encourage you to start using your exhales with your mouth open to really take away the tension that can be lodged in your jaw. So good stuff. Take a couple of deep breaths here. You can do it. Exhale as much as you can down, and very slowly now unravel the spine all the way up to seated, and bring the right foot now into the inside of your left thigh. So we're going to be moving with a forward stretch and a transition out to the side. So inhale, lift the hands so that you're really lengthening your spine. That's it. And as you exhale, just let the belly button come down towards the ground. Soften the head to your knee. It doesn't need to be deep, but we're looking for some length in the upper body.
Do you feel the stretch? Really?
Good. Now the transition goes as is. You're going to bring your right hand to the right hip, plant the left foot down, and stretch the side of the body so that you're working in the intercostal muscles. Great work. Stretch with the palm down so your palm is facing down. And then inhale, come back. We're going to do this as a simple flow. So inhale up, exhale all the way down. That's it. Great work. Exhale through your mouth. Gently inhale and now lengthen. Bring the right hand to the right side of your hip. Let's all together plant the left foot. Push into that left foot and get into the intercostal muscles. Good work. So really using the tip of the fingers to try to touch the wall behind you. And then inhale all the way back down. Let's do it on the other side of the body to make sure that the left and right side feel balanced. Good. So take a moment to settle in. We've got the right leg stretched out in front now. So nice deep inhale to lengthen the spine. As you exhale, reach above the hips and soften for a couple of deep breaths here. Filling the lungs, exhale through your mouth. Anything that was a stressor today, just let it come out of the body. Take one more breath. Excellent. Now take your time. If you felt like the transition was a little bit tricky before, let's go together. So my left hand comes all the way to the side of the left hip, and I root the right foot down and I push onto my left knee. That's it, opening the intercostal muscles. Make sure that the palm of your hand is facing down. So not up towards the ceiling, but down. Good, and then gently coming all the way back. Now inhale, the hands come up so that your spine is nice and long. As you exhale, soften through the mouth, relax the head down to the ground. Take one more breath. And gently bring now the left hand. Let's transition together. We've got this. And root the right foot down. Inhale and lengthen all the way up. Take a deep breath in. Beautiful work. Stay nice and strong. And now as you exhale, gently come all the way back down. Great work. So now let's bring the feet a little bit wider than the hips. We're going to hang out here for about 30 seconds as a transition to just close the eyes. You may be wanting to be working on catching up on your breath if you feel like the last stretch was a little bit deeper. And simply just be in the moment. Maybe you're using the exhales through your mouth to soften your face. Trying to maybe bring all of the activity of your brain a little bit almost like to a halt so that you're really feeling like you're taking care of yourself with a lot of awareness, a lot of love, non-judgment, and realizing the importance of having self-practice to stay zen and relaxed throughout your day. Good. Now gently open the eyes, and from here you're going to bring your feet down onto your mat into what we call the squat position. So this is working a little bit on opening the hips, and we're going to start by simply bringing the elbows inside the knees and opening the hands out to the side so that I'm really kind of just finding the length of my tailbone down to the ground. Take a couple of moments here to feel the connection of your feet really rooting down through your mat. Relax, smile, breathe. Whether you're at home or school, just really feel like you're taking a moment to be present in your body. Good. And then from here, bring the left hand down to the ground, and you're going to raise the right hand all the way up. So this would be variation number 1. And maybe the girls and I here are going to do the second variation, which is just to bring the hand all the way around to the left side of your hip. Take a deep breath, looking all the way to the back, and gently rise back through center and take exhale down. I also want to mention that maybe you're actually on the tippy toes here, which also works in this position. So I'll demonstrate that now. Inhale the hand all the way up, variation 1. And exhale, variation 2. I'm adding a twist, looking over to the left side. Good, stay strong. Activate the navel in towards your spine for better balance. And then bring the hand all the way back up. Exhale down, and slowly we're going to transition to standing by bringing the feet directly under the hips. And bend your knees, interlace the fingers behind your head, and ever so slowly just come up, stacking each of your vertebrae on top of one another. Draw the navel in and just relax into the position. Great work. Let's transition now to the top of our mat. And we're going to be working here with some variations of what we call the sun salutation. So bring your hands to your center. Find your balance, and I would recommend working with your feet hip-width apart so that you feel really stable. Inhale the hands all the way up to the sky. Take a deep exhale all the way down, like a waterfall, going back down to the ground. Let the water, let all of that visual come down to the earth and relax your brain. Soften the knees. And then now take a deep inhale and push the tip of your fingers onto your shins as you lengthen the spine up at 90 degrees. Good. Now exhale, gently bending at the knees. And we're going to start by leaving the left foot forward and moving the right foot back and bringing the knee down to the ground. So this is a variation of a lunge. Inhale the hands up. And just making sure here that you feel comfortable in your pelvis, and at the same time that you're drawing a 90-degree angle of your knee being right aligned with your ankle. So that's looking great and nice and safe for your knee. Inhale the hands down for 1. Big smile, build all of that breath up to the sky, and then exhale through your mouth. And then one last time, all the way up. And this one comes down, and you're going to let the hands flow to both sides of your foot and come back down into downward dog. So bring the feet hip-width apart, always making sure that you feel comfortable in this position, that you're not stressing your wrist too much. And really what you want to be doing as an alternative is to be bending your knees and lifting your heels up if anything feels too tight in your body. So taking downward dog, the earlobes are parallel to the biceps. You're going to take a couple of breaths here, feeling that you've got the opportunity to fill the lungs to their maximum with your in-breath. Deep breath. Good work, making sure your feet are hip-width apart. Exhale down. Let the stress from today just fall back down to the ground. One last time. Big breath. You can do it. Exhale through your mouth and soften your face. And gently now you're going to lift your heels up and walk the hands all the way back. And let's have a repeat of that good stretch for the neck by interlacing your fingers. And as you activate the belly, let the vertebrae stack one another to really kind of just unfold the spine in its full splendor. Good. Relax your shoulders. Great work. Come back to the top of the mat, and we're going to keep going now. We're going to be doing the other side. So hands at the center. Soften the shoulders. Take a deep breath in all the way up. And as you exhale, fall down, gently bending at the knees, relaxing the crown of your head down to the ground. You might even want to shake it left and right, back and forth. Soften your jaw. Try to stay zen in your practice as you find the depth of your breathing to really guide the flow of your movements. Tip of the fingers to the shins and lengthen up at 90 degrees. And then as you exhale, soften the knees. Now you're going to be keeping your right foot forward and this time moving the left foot back. Good. Come up to half lunge and take a minute to always check your alignment to make sure that everything stays nice and comfortable, but really safe for the body. Inhale the hands all the way up. Take a deep breath and exhale for 1. Soften the shoulders. Good. Take a deep breath. Exhale any stressors from today. Looking great. 1 more time. All the way up. Take a deep exhale together through your mouth. And let the hands fall on both sides of your feet. Taking downward dog 1 more time. Come back into down dog. And let's just add a variation here by lifting the heels off the ground. That's it. Now, I'd love for you guys to, you girls, should I say, to bend your knees, push into the hands and lengthen your spine as your sit bones really are drawn to the back of the room. This should feel nice and at the same time strengthening for your thighs. And then slowly lengthen the legs. And bring the heels down or close to the ground. Take a couple of deep breaths here. And very slowly now bring the knees down onto all fours. Great. You might want to give your wrists a little bit of a break here. You want to maybe shake them from one side to the next. And we're going to be working now a little bit closer to the ground in terms of gravity and really focus on bringing some movement into your breath and also along the spine. So let's make sure we check your alignment. So knees are hip width apart. Great. I've got my wrists, my elbows, and my shoulders aligned. And I always check my fingers to make sure that everything is rooted and active to really support the movement in my postures. Exhale and round. Draw your chin into the chest. And then as you inhale and lengthen, make sure that you're really finding the space between the vertebrae without contracting the lower spine. So you want to have length instead of a contraction. So let's do that again. So round and exhale. Inhale and lengthen. So draw the navel in and push the tailbone all the way back. That's it. Twice more. So as you exhale, round, round, round. Great work. Round even more if you can. That's it. And then inhale and lengthen. And 1 more time. Round. And really draw the navel to your spine. Take a deep exhale through your mouth. And inhale and lengthen. Good. Let's add a variation here where you're going to bring your knees together. And I'm going to present 2 different variations. So depending if you're feeling energetic today, you're going to go for the second variation. But first, we're going to stretch the back of the right calf. So really just kind of almost like if you're pushing on a pedal, you're just moving back and forth. So this is a nice option to get the blood flow moving in your legs. And here's variation 1. I come back to center and you're going to use your opposite tip of your fingers on the left hand to draw the left arm all the way out. And if I want, totally up to you, have a little bit more of a challenge, I can bring the opposite hand and leg off the ground. So this is what we would be calling fire building. So I'm bringing a little bit of energy into the core. Good. Drop it down. Bring your knees together. Let's round our back as you exhale. Take a break and exhale. This feels so nice. And then feel the stretch as you lengthen back. So let's go now to the left side. You're going to plant the left toes. Okay, and then just some nice pulsation. And maybe you actually stay here. Maybe this is you today. There's no first or second variation. There's just pulsation, and it's totally okay. So see what your body needs. Good. Come back to stability. Let's crawl the right fingers out. Take a deep breath here. Or maybe you're feeling a little bit more energetic, so you're going to add a little bit of the abdominal and lower back work into your sequence. Stay for 1 breath, smile, you can do it, activate your navel, soften the shoulders, and as you exhale, bring your knees together. Let's round, take a deep exhale, and let's take a break in a nice position to relax the entire body. So our arms were active, so bring them to the side of the body and let the forehead come down to the ground. And we're going to spend about 20 seconds here completely softening up. And it doesn't matter if the buttocks is off the heels or not. Just let the body take the shape that it needs to shape. So you really want to just relax with the objective of filling the backside of the lungs as much as you can, and using, again, the power of your exhale through your mouth to unload the stress. Bringing in that peaceful Zen into your day. Looking good. Couple more deep breaths. You can do it. Unload through your exhale and fill the body with your inhale. Good. Excellent. So from here, slowly, you're going to bring the tip of your fingers out in front, and we're going to simply walk the legs out to the back as a transition. So again, if you're fire building a little bit, which also in a Zen routine can happen, if you need some energy, you can stay here for 2 deep breaths. If not, bring your knees down and very slowly lower yourself down into what we're going to call a small cobra. So in terms of alignment, you're going to bring your big toes together and draw the shoulder blades into the center line of your spine and just fly up here for a couple of seconds. Lengthen your neck, smile, and then lengthen and swim. Maybe you can think of swimming in a wonderful warm place that makes you happy. Lengthen the back of the back and the spine, really working for 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. Bring your hands back. And let's come up again into a variation of what we just did before in child's pose, but with your knees wide. So wider than your hips, your big toes are touching. And you're going to bring the left hand and you're going to take it under, thread it through under the right shoulder so that your left ear is relaxing on the ground. So this is a really wonderful stretch in terms of bringing twisting into the body. Rise the right hand all the way up. Variation 2 is just to let that right hand tuck itself onto the left thigh. Soften the hand on the ground. Close your eyes and breathe. Enjoy the deep twisting, kind of taking away all of the stress, the muscular stress on either side of your spine. Good. One more breath here, and before we move out of the pose, I would invite you to activate the navel into your spine so that you travel out of the posture with some safety and some ease. Good. Let's take it to the other side. So now my right hand is coming under the left shoulder, and now my right ear is down onto the ground. I can lift the hand up, and if I want, as an option, a little bit more detailed in advance, would be to wrap it around onto the right side of the body. Wonderful. So you're going to stay here for a couple of deep breaths, looking great. At home or in class, take your time to sink into this position so that you feel like your twisting is actually really settling into your body. Couple of nice, long, deep exhales through your mouth. Wonderful work. Let's stay here for one more breath. You can do this. Relax your jaw. Good. And then from here, slowly transition. Remember to engage your navel as you gently come out of the position, back onto all fours. And now what we're going to do from here is transition our buttocks back down onto the mat, nice and slow. Take your time. And bring your feet out into the front of your mat. This is the last little activation of your abdominals before our relaxation position. So I'll invite you girls to open the feet so that they're mat width. And you're going to bring your hands to the center. Now the trick here is to really draw the navel into your spine so that you're coming down as best as you can with no judgment, one vertebrae down at a time. That's it. Good work. All the way down so that you're lying into a position of relaxation. And then just resting the head down to the ground. You might want to shuffle your hips, your shoulders, your feet, and relax with the open palms up to the sky. Really feeling and taking the time to completely integrate all of the benefits of your movements, of your breath, and also the integration of the positive thought processes that comes through practice in terms of having an outlet to release your stress and invite self-acceptance. Relax here, maybe bringing in the visual of a wave rising up and down your belly, allowing you to feel content, allowing you to feel at home in your own body. If you're practicing at home or in a setting in class where you have time, this is probably the most comfortable and most important position in a practice, is really that time of integration and just relaxing in a really mindful way. So today I'll invite you now to transition over to the right side of the body. And so we're going to roll over to the right as a transition into the rest of your day. So close the eyes again and take a moment maybe to set an intention of trying to stay zen and relaxed, of being mindful towards other people and also towards yourself, and noticing the importance of not shuffling back into the quickness of the day-to-day, but to really transition with a lot of mindfulness. Wonderful. Great work. So slowly find your way back up to seated, and we'll finish our practice by just closing the eyes and kind of wrapping the beginning and the end of our movements together, bringing the palms down, closing the eyes, and maybe also seeing from the departure point to the end of the practice how better you feel in your body. If your breath is deeper, if you feel more zen, less stressed, and a little bit more stretched out. So just taking a moment to appreciate this and letting all of the benefits completely sink into every cell of your body. Wonderful. And I'll invite you to stay here, whether you're in class or at home, as long as you want, or take a deep breath in, open the eyes, open the arms on both sides of the body, and just relax, and hopefully see you on the mat next time for another practice of feeling zen and relaxed. Thank you.
Good job, girls. Be grateful for your workout.